La 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 la. Make sure.
Why isn't somebody helping it? Yes.
Stop the babies. Can y'all hear us?
Yes. I can hear you. Turn up.
You can hear us?
Turn it up.
Turn it up. You are listening to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am the one and only Kiana.
That's the one and only Kiana. I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
Yes, and we're brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
See that.
Because we are redefining what's cool.
And smart is the new
gangsta.
Giggity gangster, baby.
And if you didn't know, now you know.
Giggity gangster. 1 giggity gangster, 2 giggity gangster, 3 giggity gangster, 4 giggity gangster.
It's Friday. We done made it to Friday.
It's Black Friday in the city of St. Petersburg, Florida.
It is. It's a lot on my mind. It's so much on my mind. Like when I say this, it is so much on my freaking mind this morning, and it ain't necessarily all good either.
Hey, it's all right. I think one of the things that we have to be able to do is experience all the emotions that come with the actions that we take. So, I mean, I think it's a beautiful morning. I want to say thank you for everybody that's joining us and everybody who's been on for the ride. We have been a catalyst for change here at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. And I just want to thank the audience. I just want to thank those who are watching on Facebook, those who are listening on Radio Land. If you're at work right now, turn us up because we finna go all the way in.
We are, but if anybody in Facebook land can tell me why my highlights is gone. I see everybody else get to use their highlight, but my highlight button is gone.
But I think you have abused the privilege.
I never abused the privilege. You keep saying that. I only do it for our show.
No.
So no, I have not abused it. I see some people that abuse it.
You.
Not me.
You've abused the privilege. Hey, Mark Zuckerberg, why you always messing with Kiana Page?
You know what?
I'm tired of this. We're gonna start a free Kiana Page because Zuckerberg, you with the bull.
Cause I end up, I was shut down for 6 months. Couldn't get in.
You've been having all the issues.
And then now my highlights button gone. I'm understanding. I see people who shouldn't have the highlights button.
They don't want you to be great.
Maybe that's what it is. It's the conspiracy.
Hey, man.
I don't know what I did to them people.
One or more gets together.
Somebody's hating on me out here in this world, and I don't know. I think I'm pretty nice.
You good to go. I think.
Hey, Sharonda. Hey, you, baby.
Man, big shots out to Sharonda Davis. Tunnel Vision Marketing.
Yes.
Big shots out to Tunnel Vision. Big shots out to the Voice of the People. Big shots out to UB.
Mm-hmm.
And we here Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We got Freestyle Friday.
So what you do? What's your plans? I'm going to the foundation today. I'll be there like 2:30. And for the event, for the community conversation about the St. Pete Distillery at 3. I know you're joining me.
Yes.
Yeah. And everybody else should as well. No, I mean, come on out. I mean, it's from 3 to 6. And then after that is
who set these hours? But that's another conversation.
What? I think
we'll talk about it later.
I don't know.
We'll talk
it's
about
a Friday.
Later.
I don't know.
People work on Friday. What you talking about? I don't know. It's
a
Friday.
Know. But
people be at work. People be at work.
It is.
And so I
but the foundation always have events during work hours.
Yeah, because it's for those who.
But you know what?
It's for those
they're open during work hours.
But if you happen to be at work, you would not be taking part in none of these events. Shout out to the working class. Shout out to everybody who got a job and who getting on the grind because sometimes we gotta do events for y'all. And Enoch Davis Center is gonna be the location. We're gonna have a mental health community conversation.
Yeah, the stability of Black people.
Yes.
It started out about just strictly like Black men, but I mean, I think mental health plagues us all. And to learn how to understand each other and to communicate properly and to see the signs. And so we want to definitely give some tools out there where we can help people. Suicide is high in our community, not only for the children, but for the adults as well.
Mental health is so important, and your whole mental health, your whole well-being is surrounded and associated to your mental health.
It is. Good morning, Lyric. Yes.
And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for helping put this event together. We're talking about the mental health event happening at Enoch Davis Center next week. And
next Wednesday.
Yes.
From 6 to 8.
So from 6 to 8. So when you get off work, you can pull up. We're working on having some food. So when you pull up, you're going to have something to eat, and we can kind of nourish your stomach and your mind, body, and soul.
Yeah, because we're going to have the conversation, and this is going to be a really safe place where like everybody can be heard. We're going to ask some really tough questions and dig in to some real stories. Because the illusion is that people who smile are happy.
Yes.
The illusion is that if you have money, you're happy.
Yes. If you have
status, you're happy. If you're in a relationship, you're happy.
Yes.
You got a good job, and you look at that, and happiness is an illusion if it's not for real.
Sometimes pain is hidden behind a smile.
A lot of times it is, and your strongest friends, a lot of time who always look out for you and call and check up on you.
Yes.
They probably struggle more than you know, because they know how it feels to be alone and nobody calls them to check on them, so they make sure nobody feels how they feel.
I mean, I like I said, I want to definitely tell you thank you, because when you was like, hey, we got to do something, I was like, yeah, you know what, you're right, and like you say, at first we was just to talk about the men, and then it expanded to talking about each other, the community, men, women, because we all are in this situation. Some of us all are suffering in silence. So what we want to do is set up the situation where we can help each other, right?
Right.
Some group togetherness. We're going to have some professional doctors in the building. So it's not just going to be people rapping and talking.
No. It's good. So our panel, we have Dave. We have Corey, we got Jason, we have Emily. You have the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We have some therapists out there. We're inviting the whole community to come out. And so it looks different because all of us is struggling with something. Right? Regardless, we're all struggling with something. Financially, everybody is hit. I don't care how much money you make. Everybody is hit financially at this point. And you're seeing it,
every way, every which way. It's really one of those situations where everybody is being touched. Man, we want to make sure we have a space so the community can come out and talk.
And this is not a one-stop shop. Like, this is the beginning of a series of healing the Black family, the black community, and the way that we can play our part, right?
And hopefully, if you or somebody going through something, y'all will be able to maybe get some of the resources you need, maybe talk to the person you need to talk to, or maybe you can just come to a space and vent safely, right? And open up about some of the issues that somebody might be facing just like you.
Yeah.
So big shots out, Kiana, because it's perfect timing. It's perfect timing.
Thank you. And thank you as well, because I can't do it without my team.
That's real.
You know what I mean? Like, we throw ideas and then we start to just make it happen.
We take it down. We do. We be on it. Next Wednesday, Enoch Davis.
So we're gonna be talking about it
to 8 p.m. If you or somebody y'all want to help out, y'all want to sponsor, you want to volunteer, you want to be a part of this community event, this community mental health event, please let us know. Inbox Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, inbox Kiana, and we'll make sure we put you
in. Or Jabbar.
You can holler at me. I mean,
He might not answer.
I do. It might be Thursday, the day after the event. Hey.
No, but everybody's welcome though.
Yes,
everybody's helping because this is right. It's a free event.
Yes.
And it's really about like just healing the soul and the heart.
Yes.
Right. So yes. Now, yesterday seems so far away.
Yes. The Tampa Bay Rays and the city of St. Pete have entered into a 30-year agreement for the redevelopment of the gas plant district. And yeah. I nicknamed yesterday Municipal Extortion Day here in St. Pete. And I stand on that. And so, but first we do I want to say definitely we do hope that this deal is fulfilled, but I'm going to be honest, hope is not a contractual obligation. The word hope is not even in the contract at all. So I mean
here we go. This is where I'm at it. You kind of know where we stand with it, right? But we also say we attack issues and not people. And we all live in this community, and regardless of what we've been given, we're gonna have to make the best of it, right?
And we will.
It has passed. We stood on the other side, and now
we stood on business.
We did. But now we still also stand on business. So now, just because the outcome didn't come out the way I wanted it, or Jabbar, or 80% of the residents here in Pinellas County, or not even just that we talked to, that every survey did 80%, 20% was for. But listen, this is democracy. This is how it works. And I believe in the system. And so what I will tell you at this point, we don't stop fighting and we don't sit down. This is when we go to the table and start to demand that all the promises that was put in there, that they come to fruition. The one thing that we do is when we don't get what we want, we could go in the corner and start to pout and just watch things come out the way we didn't want them to. Or we like, see, that's what happened. We knew this was going to happen, but we also play a role in that because then we stop fighting. So this is not the time that we stop fighting. We get back involved and let us know that this is still our community. So even though the outcome did not come the way that we wanted to do, does not mean that you're still not our partner. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Just because the outcome did not come out the way that some of us wanted to, does not mean that you're still not our partner. And so,
so we still involved.
Oh, we're definitely still involved. We don't become a silent share and be quiet and sit in the corner. And a lot of times we do that, and then we sit and complain later on, but this is not the time that we stop.
But I will. I'm glad you said that because, this is traumatic. It's hard. This is a difficult situation. And it's a hard loss and a big win for somebody.
Yes,
so
it is.
Either way you go it. And I think, I ain't gonna lie. I think this is been one of the hardest fought battles, but we fought a lot of battles. We done stood on the steps of City Hall. It seems like every year about this time, honestly, y'all. We got our hands in the sun every 2 years about this time. We cooking up on something, and oftentimes we do continue to move on, press on, and step up to the plate, because if you didn't like what's going on, maybe you can use this as a sign to be more involved. And if you did like what happened, maybe you can also use this as a time to be more involved.
And because this is a reflection, right? I'm going to tell you, as this process has came out, right? As I'm looking, but going through this journey.
It was.
Right. And looking at the process of this, and I believe that I'm an advocate of this community, right?
Yes. And community engagement. That's like our thing.
It really is. And what it did with this made me start to reflect on myself. Right.
You had a self-reflection?
Yes, this is a self-reflection. You know, I'm all about growth and being the best Kiana I can be, and realizing where I played a part in some of this.
Okay.
You know, I
definitely played a part.
Right. And so
I played my part. If I didn't, what?
Yeah, you know, God, but
no, I went in.
You know, and so there's some times when you should have said, well, I feel like I should have said something that I didn't. Ooh. Or I feel like I made decisions that I shouldn't have made, but you don't know into hindsight. But that's the beauty of life.
Dang,
is that
was deep. So say that one more time. There could have been some things we could have said that maybe we didn't say.
Right.
And then what was the second one?
And there's some decisions that I made that I may have not should have made.
It just ain't on you. That's why I say
no, it's not. That's so I'm just saying, but this is my reflection on me. So if y'all, this is how I resolve issues.
I was just thinking about this, right?
Okay, go ahead.
I really was, because we knew it was a David and Goliath battle, right? We were not mistaken about the odds or what we were up against.
This is true.
And I think that the reality is, and still stepping up to the plate, right? Still knowing you have unmeasurable odds against you. You have obstacles that you don't even know in front of you, but still had the heart and brave enough to step up to the plate and call out something that you felt was wrong.
Right.
And that people need to be commended for, because oftentimes what people do is get along to get along. What it is, go along to get along.
However.
And
tomatoes.
That was one of the things that I know, me personally, I just could not go along to get along.
I think
just to be embraced by people or patted on the back by people. That wasn't what I think I could have done in that situation. I don't think I could do it again. If presented with the same choices right now, I would just start sooner. I just start applying pressure a little sooner.
Oh, right. And I think I get in a lot of rooms, but I think I would be more involved in the rooms, right?
Yes.
And then what I will do is, at this point, I want to, and this is just a thought, so this is just throwing it out there, is that now not only am I advocate for our community and people getting out there and voting and picking the right candidate, I also want to be able to do seminars and things on how to make sure that your city council or your elected officials stay accountable for their actions. And not, with this right here, I seen a lot of people step up. I saw a lot of emails. I saw a lot of stuff. I heard a lot of people. But where the lack of is that the demands on our elected officials are not clear from the beginning. It's clear that they want us to vote for them, but then it's not. We don't stand on business when we say, okay, we're putting you in the seat. This is what we want. And you saw what the Rays did. They stood on business, and I don't know the behind the door deals and all this other stuff that may have happened or
may not
didn't happen, because that's alleged. I'm putting air quotes because I'm not saying anything of that happened, but they had a set of demands and they stood on it, and it was delivered.
Oh yeah, just let's be honest. They talked about this a lot. This was 17 years in the making. Several city councils, several commissions, several mayors passed on this deal.
On this same deal.
They restructured the deal and reapproached the new city council members, and this particular group decided to actually take them up on that uniquely horrible deal. So as we move forward,
I heard, you know what I heard? I listen. There's a lot of people that I respect in the community. I saw their posts, right? And I saw a lot of cheers. And they said, just wait. I saw somebody say, hey, wait till 5 years, see what happened. I'm waiting for that 5-year mark, right? I would love to be wrong about this horrible deal. I personally want to be wrong about it. I want it to be everything everybody want it to be and hope it should be, right?
But hope is not in the
contract.
contract.
I know that, but I'm just saying, this is where I'm at. This is the optimistic part of me. And then at this point, I look at the glass half full and not half empty. And this is what we got. Mm-hmm. So you get lemons, you make lemonade. Don't let this deter you from getting involved.
I think this need to inspire you to be involved, no matter which way. Like I say, no matter whether you're for it or against it, maybe this can show you how to be more involved, because the reality is there will be another and another and another and another.
You know, it's gonna constantly, like, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. So just know that.
Yes, and like once again, thank everybody. Thank Faith in Florida. Thank all the organizations that stepped to the plate on behalf of the citizens and on behalf of the city of St. Pete.
I want to say thank you. This was a hard fight battle. Did I say that right?
Hard fought battle.
Yeah, hard fought battle. Okay, we probably can't hear y'all. All right,
go ahead, caller.
Hey, good morning. Put your
speaker. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Like the radio, like you turned the radio on.
Okay. Put your headset on and just.
Okay, go ahead, caller.
No, it's on around your neck.
Okay, now it's a lot better.
Oh, go ahead, caller.
Uhuru. This is Sayero out of Battle Creek.
Okay, we hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to comment on something you said in terms of taking responsibility with regards to what we must do. You can't stand on the sidelines, see something, don't say nothing.
That's a delay.
And think that. And think
caller.
that it's
caller. We can't hear you right now, caller. So please. Okay, there you go.
Can you hear me now? Hello? Wow, something's going on with the phone. I'll call back.
Definitely, caller. Thank you for that. Just like you say, you can't stand on the sidelines, man. You got to get into action, man. Get in the field, get on the court. And well, like we said, this is one of those things where no matter which side you were on, you know what I mean, whether you were celebrating or whether you was, not celebrating.
Right.
Stay involved, keep that same energy, right? Don't stop the momentum, because actually, instead of using this as a bad thing and everybody having poked out lips at each other and use it as a catalyst event to get involved. A lot of people. That's
what I'm gonna say. Because the last thing we want is division in the community, and we saw that. Take it as the Super Bowl, right? You go, you fight it. Somebody wins.
This was the Super Bowl.
Somebody fight. Somebody wins. Somebody lose. But everybody gave a great fight, right?
I like that. This was the political, social, civic engagement Super Bowl of the city.
Give me your head.
This junk don't work. Hey, give me a headphone. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of being another caller. Yeah. That's another caller. Okay, thank you, caller.
What did the caller say?
No, he said that you got to be in it. You got to be in it to win it. Step up and be involved. But what I want to say is, I agree with that. And I agree with you. This was the Super Bowl of civic engagement, y'all. Mm-hmm. Even though yesterday was Municipal Extortion Day and we was extorted at a historic level, this was the civic engagement Super Bowl of the city of St. Pete.
So this is what I'm gonna say. Another thing. All right. Thank you.
Q just be hitting them with the hits. Man, we're going all the way through 8:00, man. We running the red light.
Can you hear me better now?
Turn it up.
I hear you.
Okay, good. What I'm saying is, you mentioned accountability.
Yes, we hear you better.
Yeah, that's why you have a Keeley. Kaden, she's running for office. Someone that will hold everybody accountable. Can you hear me? She's running for office. Someone that will hold everybody accountable. I don't know. Sometimes the alphabet boys mess with my phone.
Keeley is running for office. We definitely want to invite Keeley. We want to invite all the candidates that's running for District 7 to office. we want to invite y'all all to come on to Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. If you're running for District 7, maybe the other District 5, we're inviting all candidates. This is an open invitation. We're going to send y'all an email as well. This is an open invitation to all candidates to come on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, 99 Gems, Care Festa Radio. This is a community radio station, and we want to bring the candidates for the people so y'all can talk about this very important election coming up next.
Right.
So
it is like just so I want to say it's election year. Yeah, just hang on.
Yep.
It's election. Okay, so for some reason we're not hearing anybody on the radio at this point.
For y'all.
When you're calling, so we're gonna. Well, you know what? Is it 8 o'clock then?
Man, we running red lights.
No, we're not. Not today.
You hear no music. You the radio computer ain't no music. Running red lights, man. I ain't listening.
This is we got it set up. Thank you.
No red lights, y'all. Okay.
This is what happened. I mean, we're gonna come back. We do have guests coming in today.
Master Learners?
Yeah, Master Kids.
Listen, don't give me your name because I will butcher it.
Well, ain't nobody asked you to give the name. You just said.
You ever went to the meat market and got your pork chops butchered? Give me your name. That's what I'm gonna do to your name.
But no, so we're all kind of we're human. This is what happened, right? So if you got anything out of the first hour, I'm gonna leave it at this. Is that yesterday, like we said, it was like the Super Bowl.
Yeah, somebody had the Super Bowl.
Somebody had to win. Somebody had to lose.
That's right.
But that doesn't mean that we don't suit up for the next season.
Yeah, we're back on the field.
We're back on the field. This is not the end of the community versus the city.
No.
Right? We, at the end of the day, we're all in the same game. And what we all want, regardless of how it looks, we want what's best for the city.
Next season might get recruited to the other team.
We might. You never know.
Not. No,
we never know.
No,
we might get traded.
We might get traded.
You
dirty, man.
No, I'm just saying.
You better not trade me.
I'm not.
I'm retiring my jersey. If I get traded, I swear I'm retiring my jersey, y'all.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. Tag a friend, tell a friend that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is on. We all had coffee, even jam. And I popped my shoe this morning. So there we go. We'll be back. It's probably going to be quicker than 7 minutes, but tag a friend. And we're still going to, and if you have any questions or want to talk about it, even hopefully we might be able to get you on after this break. But if not, put it in the comments.
Yes, put it in the comments, put it in the chat, and we'll read the chat. Thank y'all. And we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Gabe Ortiz, and this is WEDU Arts Plus. Based out of St. Pete, the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is a morning radio show about hip-hop life and urban culture. Meet the hosts who inform and empower their listeners.
I'm Jabbar Edmond. I go by Mr. Edmond. My role, I'm a host and I'm co-founder.
My name is Brother John Muhammad, Your Brother John, YourBrotherJohn.com. And my role on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is host or co-host.
I just go by Kiana. Sometimes you may hear the guys call me Q. I may say Q just depending on my personality that day. And I'm the female of the crew. All right, I think I keep balance when you look at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. So that's my role.
And I'm Bruce Moore Jr. A lot of people do know Bruce Moore Jr., obviously being born and raised here and going to school here, but there's many more people that know Reno.
St. Pete is small, and so the good things and bad things that come with a small city, you know, everybody knowing each other, of course, will be one of the pluses.
My neighbors were not only just my neighbors, they became my family.
Trying to put that back now, like really getting back to a place where we know our neighbors and we look out for each other. There was a St. Pete that existed, you know, south of Central, and then there was another St. Pete that existed north of Central and downtown. It was a struggle then, and I think it's still, you know, somewhat a struggle for black people in the city of St. Pete.
Even with every step of progress we make, it's still a struggle to implement that progress.
Did y'all hear about the weed college, the first cannabis college
in Orlando?
Talk to him, Sean Soprano.
No, yeah, I've been looking at it.
This is serious, y'all.
Over a year ago.
If you got the charges, go and get the degrees, King. You got years of experience, man. It ain't like you come into a classroom with no data.
Elon Musk said that a drug dealer knows how to manage and run a business better.
I can't believe that.
The real facts, man.
I'm all about education. But what I'm saying is that we carry this industry on our backs.
The way we started the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, Jabbar approached me about what could we do, how can we do something together, and then an opportunity to promote Amendment 4. Amendment 4 is the, voting rights restoration to returning citizens. We were able to negotiate a deal where we got like 30 minutes on the radio at 99 Jams to talk about, Amendment 4 and other local, policies.
99 Jams, KFS Radio. Welcome back, Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
And this is Kiana. And we're brought to you by the New Image Project, better known as
See Dad.
Because we are redefining what's cool.
Because smart is the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you didn't know, now you know. All right, I think we're good.
You should have did what Jam had. Crisscross.
We might end up crisscrossing, but
yes. And thank y'all for tuning in. Welcome back to the 99 Jams new morning show. Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
You in this new morning show. But I mean,
script, man. Let me just. Can I be great?
What? So can we say this?
Are you gonna let me be great?
I'll let you do whatever you want to do.
I just want to be great.
You're always great.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll be working on it. I'm trying. So
you know what? Another thing. What's on your mind, right? Before we go back to the Raised Kind, it was another sad day in radio.
What happened?
95.7 The Beat.
Yes. R.I.P. to the 99.7 The Beat. I ain't gonna lie, I really liked that station. I liked the DJs. I kind of grew up with that radio station a little piece. The business is changing over to Mexican Latin station.
It's a Latin station now. It started on I think Tuesday or Wednesday was their last day.
Do you listen to that station?
I listen to radio.
I do too. I'm a radio person.
I'm actually a radio person. So I listen to 99 Jams, right?
To 99 Jams
and I listen and a couple other stations. So the crazy part is, and y'all probably already knows about me too. A lot of times when you get in my car, it's a country station that's on.
I like country.
It's totally like real country, like you know what I mean. So and then I switch it out, and I don't even like it'll get there. I don't even know how it get there.
I like country rock.
I like it. Only music
I don't
that
like
I
the
really
hard rock, the soft like.
I don't like heavy metal. Like I'm not really like a huge heavy metal.
Some heavy metal songs.
It gotta be like Green Day, something like that.
I don't know no names.
Okay,
I don't know too.
But that's an old artist. But so I'm not a heavy metal. Yeah, no. I can't do it. It gives me a headache. But I appreciate all styles of music.
Okay, we got a guest here.
Yeah,
and from Master Learners,
Master Kid.
Somebody got to give me some notes.
Master Kids. It's actually in our description.
So we're making remixes. So this is gonna be the future company.
Don't worry about
Master Learners.
Because what is it? What is it?
Youth.
No, what is it? Because I say smell it, tell it. But what is it? Smell something, smell something, say what is it? You don't even know.
Smell something, say something.
And I say smell it, tell it, right? Yeah. All the same.
God,
so, yes, go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right. Hi, I'm Bridget Heller, and I am from the Shirley Proctor Puller Foundation, which is the owner of Master Kids.
Thank you. Get it right. Get us right. The Shirley Proctor Puller Foundation.
Oh, you
got that. Good job.
Good job.
Good job, brother.
Shout out to Juwan Green. Juwan really taught me about y'all.
Yeah. Okay.
And invited me in. I done came and seen some of the stuff. So y'all doing great work. So
thank you.
Hats off to everything that y'all doing.
I got some nieces
that went to the program.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's real now. Yeah. Keep it up. So tell us about the Master Kids.
Okay, so the program actually was started about 10 years ago, and it really is totally designed to really fill in any learning that might be missing. So that's why you get the learning. It's really designed to assess our children, fill in any gaps that they might be missing in terms of fundamentals, and then just really work with them to help them fulfill their dreams. So we like to say we start out with kids that are learning to read, and we end up with kids that are just wildly learning and reading to learn. So
wow.
that's how we
in St. Pete, we've been always having these challenges with our youth and education. So this programming that y'all did outside of the school system has really been a lifesaver and been transformational for some kids that's been able to take part in y'all program. So definitely want to thank y'all for that. I had been heard about it, right? I've been heard about it and all the work that y'all doing. And this is just one of the programs that y'all have.
Right. We have two programs, one that really manages kids from K through 8, primarily K through 5. And then last year we started a program that was really more career focused. And that program really deals with kids from 6th through 10th grade. And the objective there is to expose them to lots of different types of careers so that they can choose their path before the path chooses them. So that's sort of our goal there. We're partnering there with Pinellas Technical College. You guys might know Bo Norwood or Keisha Robinson over there. Yeah, we are partnering with those guys to make sure we get the exposure right.
Big shouts out to Bo. Bo Norwood has been a staple in this community down at the Pinellas Technical College, PTC.
Because it's not P-Tech no more.
Don't do P-Tech.
Boy, you looking at me crazy. Eyes go cross from what you keep looking at me.
You say P-Tech. I'm kind of like, what's it? Your mama named you Cassius Clay. I'm gonna call you Clay.
But yeah, the work y'all doing has really penetrated. How long has the foundation been around, and how long have y'all been doing the Master Kids?
So the program started again about 10 years ago, and we started out as a summer only program.
Okay.
And then we realized that while we were really doing a great job of stopping the summer slide, we weren't necessarily doing a great job of having them hold on to the learning they were getting in the summer throughout the school year.
For people don't know, the summer slide, what's that?
So the summer slide is really interesting because, we kind of grew up thinking that summer was for play. Like you were supposed to play in the summer. You didn't have to go to school or work in the summer. And if you had to go to school, that was sort of punishment. But as a result, what happens is that kids lose somewhere between 3 weeks and 6 weeks of all the learning that they gain throughout the school year. They lose that over the summer.
So every week they out, they lose.
Every week they out, they lose. And it's particularly true for children in our community and communities like ours all over the world. They really do lose a lot of that learning. And one of the things we discovered was that other families have sort of known about it. So they put their kids in academic enrichment is what they call it. They've been putting their kids in academic enrichment for years. Right. And so while our kids were just going out to do basketball or kickball or volleyball, whatever it was, and having a great time with it, other kids were still learning. And so one of the things that you see is that the achievement gap got wider and wider between our kids and the quote unquote majority population. So one of the things we wanted to do when we started was to try to close that gap by making learning fun. So you could actually, I know it's hard to believe, but if you ask our kids, they'll tell you that they go to summer camp because they don't think of it as going to school.
Right.
And so that is the cool piece. So that's what we set out to do. We really let them learn in the mornings, but they go to swimming, they go to tennis, they do dance classes with Mama J and Arts for Life. They do all kinds of other things during the summer. They go on field trips, many of which many of the kids had never done
You know what this sound like to me? And Jabbar will probably remember when we were younger, St. SPC used to have a summer program kind of geared like this. Like we learned, but we had a lot of activities and didn't realize that we were getting what we needed. Because we thought we was getting what we wanted the whole time.
That's it. And that's the goal, right? To have them think that they are getting absolutely what they want to do when we are making sure that they're getting what they need.
And definitely because on the program, how does a parent if the parent want to get, or a grandparent or whoever got the kid wants to get a kid involved in what y'all got going on, what steps do they need to take?
So there's two ways to really get your child involved. The first one, and I will say, we have a waiting list, and we run a waiting list pretty typically, and that's why right now we're looking to expand. We're looking for new space. We're looking for people to help us really get that.
Because right now y'all at Friendship, correct?
We're at two different locations today. We're at Friendship Missionary Baptist Church. That has been our location for the last 5 years.
That used to be my church.
Really? Yeah, it's a great church. It really is. Shout out to Friendship. They have been great partners.
Yeah.
And again, we've been there for about 5 years. We are also at John Hopkins Middle School in the very back as part of the United Way, that United Way building.
Oh, yes. In the back building of
So is it separated? Like the Friendship, is that like elementary?
No, it's not separated that way. So one of the things that we do in both locations is we don't divide the kids by grade.
Okay.
We actually divide our kids by ability group. So we say, we give you an assessment and we say, you know what, even though this child is in, let's say, 4th grade, they really miss some of the foundational skills that were supposed to be taught in 1st and 2nd grade. And so we group kids by ability. And then that allows us to teach them the skills that they might be missing and not be so focused on what age or what grade. And so you walk in and you see a real mix of kids in one
and
they
group. Don't even realize that
because the group is so mixed. Yeah.
Right. And so you don't, because the older kids feel like they're helping the younger kids.
Absolutely.
Right. And then the younger kids are kind of looking up to the older kids. And so it's not like, oh, you're with the younger kids because you're not.
Nope. It's not about punishment. Nobody's being punished in any way. It's not, it's not about what you can't do. It's all about what you can do.
Right. Well, I love that. And then y'all do transportation?
We provide buses that pick up at 20 different schools within our community. It's really focused on nice South St. Pete.
Yeah.
And so today is really focused on South St. Pete. So we pick up again at 20 different schools, private and public, within the community. We transport them to either the Friendship site or the J-Hop site. John Hopkins. I'm like, okay. And then in the summer, we have a third site, which is Pinellas Technical College. And that one is segregated by not just do you have to be middle school to 10th grade, but you also have to be reading at a certain grade level to go there to participate in that program.
And what are some of the highs that you've seen from the program?
So, everybody gets high off different things, right? But mine is in particular this year and last year, we have been able to close the achievement gap for the first time in 10 years. And so we were truly excited. In Pinellas County schools, typically there's been somewhere around 60% of white kids that read at grade level versus 25% of Black kids that read at grade level. So we had an incoming class this year where 19% of our children were reading at grade level. And by the time they finished the school year alone, it was 50% of them were reading at grade level.
So that's all y'all kids?
Yeah, pretty much. And then by the time we get them through the summer, those same kids we know will be somewhere about 65-66% of them.
And so what I do like about this and what I'm hearing, tell me if I'm wrong, because they say like if you don't get it by the time you're in the 3rd grade, you're left behind.
So we really do not relate to that as a thought. We really believe that children can learn at whatever age, and there's no, you just have to give them what they need.
Yeah.
And so you asked what really inspires me, and I'll say that, as I said, closing the achievement gap inspires me. The thing that inspires me the most, though, is we had last year we had 8 kids that started with us that were 3 grade levels or more behind, meaning they're already beyond 3rd grade, right?
Yeah.
They're already beyond 3rd grade and they're still like 3 grade levels behind. Of those 8 kids, we had 3 that got completely to grade level. Every one of them made success, but 3 of those 8 made it. They closed up a 3-year grade level gap in 1 year. So that, I have to say, I get up and dance about that every day.
As you should. And that just shows you when you're involved and intentional about what you do, you see the results come out. Like you can't say you want something and don't do the work. It's the work that has to be done.
Right.
Yep.
And the kids will do the work, because the truth is the kids know when they're behind. Kids,
right.
Kids are not,
they know. Yeah.
Kids are very smart. They know and they want to be better.
And what happens is the kids are behind. They figure out ways to hide themselves
exactly right.
in, so you don't know that they're behind. Like if you can't read, I remember like when I was in high school, a friend of mine, like I know he wasn't a strong reader. When it was time for him to read, I would sit in his seat. You know, for that time and help him out. So when it came through, I would read for him and he would sit in my seat even though I did it. But that was a way to do it. But I thought I was helping, but I really wasn't.
You were.
I really wasn't.
And I want to say this. Thank y'all so much for the work y'all doing and those great strides. And we got to figure out how can we get y'all the help y'all need. We got a few viewers watching.
Yeah.
They're making great comments. Miss Teresa, kudos to Bridget Heller and the Master Kids program. Tim Cameron, remember the CETA program back in the day? Yeah, we used to learn and we didn't know we was learning. Y'all remember that? And we want to try to figure out how can we get y'all the help that y'all need. What ways can the community help the Master Kids and Shirley Proctor Puller Foundation? What ways can we be of a service if somebody who's watching would want to help?
So the first thing I say is that whenever you see our kids, congratulate them.
That's right.
Because you know what? Our kids are so positive about the work they're doing, and they need to know that people other than the adults in their lives, their family, their friends, are also inspired by what they're doing. So just say, hey, congratulations. I hear y'all y'all working it out. Good job, you know? And that is very inspirational to them. The second thing I'll say from an organizational standpoint, if you are interested in childcare, if you are working in childcare at all, and you have gone through that 40 hours of training, because we have to be licensed based on our funding. And so if you've gone through that, or if you're just starting to go through that, contact us, because we're a huge employer in the community as well. We right now provide work to over 60 people in the community. And it's really good paying work. So that we really need to always need to have bus drivers and assistants that are available to us. And then the third thing is anything that you can think of in terms of space that where the land is available, so that we could either construct a building, or whether of an open space within a school. We're working right now with Pinellas County Schools to identify a space like the building at Johns Hopkins that we could take over ourselves.
It's something that I'm not laughing
that's
at you.
Okay.
No, let me
right.
tell you, something else went in my mind. And so I'm going to say this. The city just signed like 86 acres over to the Rays. And they have to develop it. And they're supposed to give back to the community. Maybe this may be an initiative that we need to like throw out there as part of like their give back. Because
I was thinking about that, but my thought was, because that's long range, and I'm thinking, okay, what if somebody's watching right now and have a church that they're not using, and
right?
Put the church
I'm with all of that, but I'm also going to throw the seed out there. Listen, no, I'm throwing the seed out there because see, now I have to be a part of the deal, right?
Absolutely.
And I work with everybody.
But yeah, I'm in agreement.
So okay, so city, because I know y'all listening. I do.
Let's help the Master Kids.
Yeah, let's help the Master Kids that's closing this gap for our for our Black and brown children that's in the community, because we're supposed to be, So
if you're a neighborhood association, rec centers, if you a civic association, church, any type of group, because like you said, y'all looking for locations,
right? And right now, so rec center.
What we really would love is a large enough location to have a building. Yeah, exactly. To have either a standalone building or again.
And so I'm also reaching out to the city, because the city has a lot of lots. And you know what? I'm saying this, the city has a lot of lots, and we know that they used to do the dollar lots to corporation that comes in to build. So
it's the coffee, y'all.
No, it ain't the coffee. No, we're not blaming it on the coffee. No. You don't have to blame the coffee for what I said. So I mean, we're about the community.
We all about the community. That's what we here for.
Like we know that the city has a lot of land
and
resources that can help.
Even the school board.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we are reaching out to folks like the city and the school board because we want them to know that we have a waiting list right now that's 80 to 90 kids long. Ooh, and so that is, and so what we're trying to avoid is to have, 5, 6, 7, 8 sites all over that we are struggling to supply. We'd love to keep the 2 we have and then have another large site.
So did y'all just see? I do, because you want me to tell you, did y'all see the new YMCA that was built?
Oh yeah, with the CRA dot.
Yeah. Okay. It was some of it. Whatever. But yeah, you've seen it's amazing. It's beautiful, and I'm happy for that. But we need this in our community, and so so I'm gonna say this, and I might be on like my soapbox right now. I see where the dollars go, and they beautify all the other stuff. Right, and then we're in need right here,
and people with services and people with the skill set in place. Yeah. Everything is in place. All they need is the help. All they need is the push that will take the master kids and the whole Shirley Proctor Puller Foundation
to another level. That's right. And so what I'm saying is, I'm an advocate for our community and for this program. And I've seen you give less. More way for people who've done less, right? And you have the stats, you have everything that you will need to show that this is a proven program.
Yeah, we got questions. Hold on, got questions. They came in a little late. Hold on, we got you. They say they want to know what are the age parameters for the master kids.
Okay, you have to be 5. And that's pretty much it. You have to be 5 years old to participate. And beyond that, we go up to group grade 10 now.
From 5 to grade 10. So that's 16, from, 15, that's teenagers. They
don't want to come to no group.
But exactly. Those are the years to capture their imagination.
And to get them on the right path. Yeah. One of the things we discovered with high school graduation, for example, is when we talked to all the people at the high schools, they were saying to us, well, the kids need some direction about when they come in, what they want to do. Because they come in not even knowing what high school is about. Yeah. And so that's why we started the second program at PTC, where we are trying to connect kids with the career futures so they know, they have a sense of why I'm here, what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to get for me.
Which even more dope, because if you go to PTC, did I say that right?
Yeah, PTC.
Okay, if you go there, it doesn't look like an after school program where you're looking like you're hanging out with the little kids. You're like, like this is really well thought out when you're doing that, because you're taking the older kids, putting them over there, and now when they tell them, it ain't like, oh, I gotta go to camp. Oh no, I'm going to training to see what I want to do in my life.
That's exactly right.
And so when you look at that, that is amazing. And then even if they're not where they need to be, they're getting it so they can be.
And we have had community supporters, like, for example, Judge Patrice Moore invited us into the courthouse. Today, our kids are going to the courthouse.
She's such a wonderful
person.
This is amazing.
So our kids are going to the courthouse today to understand what jobs exist in the courthouse, because the courthouse is not someplace where I want to go just to be talking about going to jail. I want to go to the courthouse to talk about what careers. There's a bailiff there. There's a judge. There are lawyers.
Secretary.
There are all kinds of people in the courthouse. And so I really want them to know about those careers.
Other than going in there because you fighting the case.
That's right. We went the same thing with the police.
Go ahead.
I want to say this. Y'all are listening to 99 Jams Care Festival Radio. This is Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, and we're talking to Shirley Proctor Puller Foundation, Miss Heller, about the Master Kids program. We're being enlightened about the work y'all been doing for the last 10, 20 plus
10 years.
I'm just going back. 10, 20 years. Come on.
We're not doing your
right into the top. And we want to thank y'all for the work on all the comments. Y'all keep putting those comments in because people want to know how to get the kids involved in the program. People are offering support.
Do you take volunteers?
We absolutely take volunteers.
Okay.
We love volunteers.
We're gonna leave. Y'all gonna leave here.
They do volunteers and jobs, and she said they pay well.
Listen, and she said
you heard we pay well.
They employ a nice sum of people.
Right now they have 60 people right here.
Yeah.
And imagine what they could do with a plot of land, right? With a
60
building,
employees.
But
y'all probably got some of the most employees in the Southside CRA.
That's probably true.
Y'all are one of the highest employers. I mean, I do this.
You're absolutely
I do this.
Right.
I study this. And at number 60, y'all are one of the highest employees inside of the CRA. And we really need to look at ways to get you connected with George Smith. We need to look at ways to get you connected with the greenhouse. And I'm not talking about the entry-level connection.
Right.
I'm talking about the deep connection. Go into the back room and talk to them about
I'm talking about the connection where you don't have to give them everything. I'm talking about the connection like the Rays had when they didn't have to do nothing but put something on the table and they signed it. That's the kind of connection we talking about because they done did their work. For these children out there that's going to be our future and that the children that we keep on talking about that we're making the legacy for. Let's be about it for real.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, listen, because like I say, when Juwan first connected me with the Shirley Proctor Puller Foundation, I already thought it was amazing. Y'all was at the little building next to the church.
That's right.
Yep. And I already felt it was amazing then, right? But like as I'm learning more, and that was about close to probably 10 years ago. A little under 10.
And these are the people that I like. Like, see, people don't know, like, Jawan ain't out in the public, right? But he out in the public.
Oh yeah, he's doing the
right.
work.
But Jawan have his hands. You have our Jawans, right? Who make sure our kids are taken. Like over the summer, he took them to the Kennedy Space Center.
That's exactly
right.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
And NASA. He's a NASA
right. He's an engineer, like
a mathematician.
Yeah, he's very smart. No, and then we have our Deontay Thompsons that's from the community that invest in there.
St. Pete Strong is a great program.
We have a lot of great, and you want me to tell you what these programs do, which is crazy? They all work on their own muscle without help, a lot of times from the city.
Okay, and what I'm going to say right there, because that's not all.
No, I'm not saying that.
Because we need these independent arms, right? So we do need city, state, and federal support for these independent arms. But it's important for these arms to stay independent because y'all can teach Black history. Because y'all y'all can get the students and do things that when you're under those umbrellas you can't always do sometimes.
But listen. So Jabari, like, listen, I'm not on this today. No, I'm not on the fence. I'm not swinging on the fence this morning. You can, but I'm not. So, because we know there's loopholes around everything, and there's grants that'll give you what you need. Yes. And what my frustration is at this point is that we just saw a huge deal go by that. I'm frustrated when you look at these programs that are screaming for help and that's actually doing the work. Not only the master kids, but our Story 727, who's out here, who has a summer program. Right. And they're going out there because they believe in it. And then I know these people are knocking on doors. Yeah. Right. And I know that these doors are they're sending emails and nobody's returning their emails. Right? Yes. And my frustration is that they're doing the work that you keep on getting on the podium and saying that you believe in, but you're not answering their calls. Ooh. You're not helping the person that gets you in office. So I'm all of 2024 and on, I'm about accountability. And if you don't like it, don't knock on my door, because if you ask me for something, I'm holding you accountable. Woo. Right? And that's where I'm at with it, because we have amazing programs that is out here doing amazing work. And it's really sad because who you're associated with or who you may have talked to, they don't get the help they need.
Yeah.
And that's not why you're in office, right? This is not why you're voted in. This is not why you lead our community. If we put you in office, you need to think about everybody. And I don't care if you don't like who they slept with last night. I don't care who you don't like, who they partied with the day before. I don't care if you don't like who they agree with and disagree with you the day after, right? But you are obligated to take care of your community. Yes. And I am tired of all our leaders leaving our community left behind to get extra money in your pockets by people who don't give a damn about us. Mm-hmm. Now that's my soapbox.
Hey, listen, and I unite with you because when you're right, you're right. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. Like Brother John often says, more that needs to be done than needs to be said. We have opportunity. We have people in this community that need the help. And we definitely want to see this program service 1,000+ kids one day. We want to see y'all have the intake of one of these doggone summer camps.
That's right. One of the big Ys or something. Yeah, absolutely.
Intake coming and going because I know I'm a product of the after school system, right? When I say after school, a lot of stuff I learned and the people who helped me was after school. And that's not to take nothing away because I tell people this all the time. I had some great teachers in school. I had Miss Brown. I had Coach Smart. I had some great people, some great teachers. But I think what sparked me was after school.
Right.
At somebody's church, sitting in there, and they was talking about something that wasn't talked about in school. Right. And it sparked me to kind of push and do something else. But I think those type of programs need more help and support, especially for those people who are kind of upset about the book bans, for the people upset about not being able to teach certain stuff. These type of programs are allowed to teach our children.
Right.
I think that's right. I think you said something really important. We're not taking anything away from Pinellas County Schools. No. In fact, now, I think that Pinellas County Schools has pretty good leadership that they've put in place. I'm really excited about that. They're doing some great. That's right. They're doing some really great work.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And she's there. And she's fighting for us with her life.
Some of the best work in decades is going on in that school.
And so let me say this: my rant, if the shoe fit, wear. If it don't, take it off. And I keep on telling you this: don't wear. I mean, don't take it personal. And if you take it personal, then check yourself, right? And where I'm with it, when I always say this is about a healthy relationship. When it's good, I give praises, and when it's bad, I call it out. And you should want people in there that does that to make sure that we do stay accountable.
That's
just like when I said with the raised deal. And with everything that happened, I had to reflect on myself and see what I could have done better.
You said that,
right?
That's how we begin. That's how you begin.
That's how I
what I did,
right?
And I was like, "Dang, Q, you right." I didn't say nothing, but I caught that when you said it. Where was mine?
Well, that's how we got involved because we said, enough of everybody's complaining about the school system. Enough of that. Enough. What do we do to help our own get through? Right.
I'm all about solution. We're solution based. We talk about the problems, but we also bring solutions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
That's what this is about.
This is all what the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Been here. We've been trying to set this up.
I know you have.
Listen,
I appreciate you. I do appreciate that.
It is always
for this is the best show that we could have had coming off of what transpired yesterday.
Right.
To come here today and talk about what can we do to help our children.
That's it.
It was the best segue.
And you know what? This is a good set because we're talking about the children, and then Wednesday we're talking about the adults.
Mental health.
We believe in nourishing the whole body from the head to the toe. Yeah. You know what I mean? And again, I do self-reflection all the time to see what I do before I point fingers at anybody else. And so I don't want to be a part of the problem. And I'm not always going to get it right. But what I will tell you, I'm always going to check myself. Absolutely. And I have no problem with constructive criticism. I have no problem with saying, Kiana, you was wrong. I done got on this radio plenty of times and say, you know what? I have to take back.
She did. She had.
I done said, I got to take back what I said because I got more information about it, about things. But what you see, because I'm almost in tears this morning, is the passion and the love that I have for this community.
Absolutely.
And the respect that I do have for our leaders, right? And the disappointment that you hear is because I believe in y'all so much. And because when I get out there and knock doors and do 10,000 steps on your behalf, and then you don't listen to the people that's in there, I have a problem. You know what I mean? That's a personal kind of hurt that you give, because I can't get my time back. And you know what? My cosign, I can't take that back, because somebody believed in me enough to listen to what I had. There's people that I personally know that I got them to go out there and vote. They never voted, but they saw the passion in me and said, you know what? This got to be good. And when it comes back, not like that.
Sure enough, need that right now, girl.
You know, and this is why I say this is not a time when you don't get what you want, that does not mean you give up. You fight harder.
Absolutely.
And that lets you know that we didn't fight hard enough. Don't give up the fight. The fight is never done unless we sit in the corner. Right? And then we throw in the white towel. The white towel is not even an option. And now we work with what we have and make the best of it. And then make our paradise here.
There you go. Right here on earth.
And this is what y'all did. You know, y'all saw a problem. And so what you did, you saw that there was a problem here with our students. And then you threw the statistics out the window. Like, you had, after third grade, they're lost cause.
Oh, yeah. I love it when you said that, because I'm one of those third grade babies that the system probably would have gave up on, and probably did give up on. But, you know, my learning growth and my learning curve actually happened way after third grade.
That's
you
right.
Get what I'm saying?
That's why it takes a whole group, a whole ecosystem to really address a key problem. Like, so, you know, again, kudos to the school system, and huge kudos to everybody in the community.
Especially the teachers,
really working, trying to educate the children. And what we do is specific to us, right? That's specific to, we are going to work until our fingers are bloody, trying to make sure that every child that we see is getting what they need to close that gap.
Master kids, we got to get them some help. We got to get them the support they need, y'all.
Because the waiting list,
when you said that, I was like, ooh, that's when you know it's real.
Yeah.
No, when you
got to pull out the waiting list.
But the stats itself is amazing. And to think that we can help more, because a lot a kids act out because they don't. You know,
that's exactly what happens.
If you can't read, you can't read.
Yeah. That's wrong.
Right. No, but that's not that. I can't tell you I can't read. And you know, and anger, when people act out and you see anger and violence, it's because they don't know how to express it
themselves. That's exactly
the communication.
Right.
So when you're not given those tools to show how to communicate properly, it comes out in anger and in violence. And then now we have the prison to pipeline to prison, because our kids were never given those tools to know how to communicate properly, and then we don't give them safe
Hey man,
spaces.
Boy, golly, she is on fire. She is on fire. We need this red cup of coffee every morning. This red cup of coffee. We got this from Urban Drinkery. Y'all follow us. Come to Urban Drinkery and you can get coffee like this.
No, I'm serious. But you know, we look at it and we don't give our kids safe spaces where they can say, like, hey, I'm struggling.
Or the parents.
Because a lot of the parents can't read either.
That's right. So that's one thing I want to do too, is I want to shout out to all of our community partners, because we partner with the Woodson, we partner with Grace. I don't know if you guys know Grace, but Grace is a group that's led by Dr. Couture Hall, and they're out there providing mental health to children and families. And so they are actually within our community. They're within our building. They are doing exactly what you say. Clayton Sizemore with Mindful Movement. Those guys are in our building. They are part of our team, so that we can do exactly what you're saying. We're teaching kids not only how to read and how to do math and how to get their science done, we're actually teaching them as well. How do you communicate that frustration? So that, because you're right, they are frustrated, but who wouldn't be by 5th grade if you can't read? You know,
and then and then you see all the kids, because they give awards, right?
Absolutely.
And then you see everybody else getting up there and saying the top student, the biggest personality, and there's not one for the class clown.
That's right.
Right. But you got the most attention.
Man,
even though
it's not one for the class clown.
It's not one for the class clown. But what happened is, when they get all these other awards, the only time they get recognized is when they're the class clown. So they want to be remembered for something.
Yes.
Right? And now I'm one of them people, don't give awards for people, like, I don't believe, like, give them out to everybody. Right? But what we do need to do is give them the tools so that they can receive the ones that they deserve.
Right. And then praise them for their hard work. Please, God, praise them for their hard work. Because they're working
for
hard.
president.
Listen, not for real, because you're on fire, and we gotta we need more people that care.
That's it.
I think this is really the point in time where in our community, where organizations like Shirley Proctor Puller Foundation has to be lifted up, because this is what you call, the people doing it for the people. These programs matter so much more. And I'm not knocking people who come from outside the community to help. But what I'm saying is, we have to pour those same type of resources into the people who are here, from here. They have a vested interest in seeing these kids succeed, and they want the kids to succeed, and it's more than just a paycheck, right? Because sometimes you have a situation where it's just a paycheck, man, because if you don't pay me, I ain't gonna be here. But some people, like, even if you don't pay me, I'm gonna volunteer.
Listen,
even if you don't do it, I'm still gonna have 3-4 kids.
And let's be clear that even in our program, we have teachers that are coming from the school system, certified teachers coming from the school system, where they have had a hard day, most of them, and they still are choosing to come here. Yes, they get paid, but let's be clear. For many of them,
it's a labor of love. It's a labor of love. It's the labor of love.
Exactly right. They'll tell you in their house. We have a lot of retired assistants, for example, that come back to do this, even though they have been they have just been run ragged by, doing the work. They come back to do the work again, because the kids are that important. The kids, as you said, they are our future. We have to feed them now so they can live and flourish later.
Right. And we get the community that we dream
deserve.
Of.
We get the community we deserve. We get the community we fight for. Right? If you're not fighting to put it in, then don't sit back and complain that you don't have it.
You can see how your grass grow with how you water it, right?
That's right.
Amen.
Like that's really it. Like, if you pour in positivity, even if you see it go other ways, you will eventually see your harvest grow. Right? It may take a little bit more time, a little bit more nurturing. Like, some of the plants you really got to go and talk to. Right? Every day. Some of them you could just pour water on once a week and they good. Right? Some of them need sunshine, some of them don't. But when you figure out what they need, you give it to them, and then you will see it blossom into what it's supposed to be.
That's the definition of equity, baby.
And so letting people know, how can they get their kids signed up? Because we know it's a waiting list.
But the way you sign up is very easy. You just go to www.sppf.org. That's it.
Yes.
And then just hit the apply button.
There you go.
And so, and for people who want to help, far as maybe volunteer or even help connect y'all with a potential building or resource, how do they get in contact?
So for volunteers, it's exactly the same, except you hit the volunteer button.
Okay.
Again, www.sppf.org. And then for anybody who wants to help me get a building, please send me an email at Bridget, BRIDGETTE.Heller, HELLER @sppf.org. Please do.
Jan, put that email up there for us. Give it to her one more time.
I'm telling you.
BRIDGETTE.Heller, HELLER @sppf.org. Thank you so much, Jan.
And so there's many ways y'all can help. There's many ways y'all can get involved, whether you have a kid or not. whether you want to volunteer or not. Find a way to help. Reach out, see which ways that y'all can be of assistance, because the community needs you.
They do. And then so we talk about on here is that like parenting is a team sport.
Absolutely.
Right?
It's a community sport.
Right. So, and it takes a village to do this.
Exactly
and for our parents that has to work them extra hours and don't have the time, unfortunately, to put this extra time in, here is something put in place that is actually designed for your child.
That's exactly right.
Right.
And it's also designed for the parent. I mean, we are open, for example, from 7 to 6 in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to be open from 7 to 6. Not many places are open from 7 to 6.
No,
but we're open from 7 to 6 because you know what? We have a community that needs to be worked by 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So if we don't open at 7, it's not convenient for the parent.
And they don't get off until 5.
They don't get off until 5. Exactly. So that's why we are
horrible.
There from 7 to 6.
Yeah.
So that's why we provide that opportunity so that there's really no reason. And by the way, I didn't even mention that our after school program is completely free. And our summer program, we ask parents to pay $20 to cover stuff for 8 weeks. That's it. $20 is all you pay for the 8 weeks, thanks to the support of our funders. So there's really no reason that once you get through that wait list, parents should really feel comfortable that their kids are going to be well cared for and well provided for, regardless of income.
You hear that? Regardless of income, right? Summer from 7 to 6. You have the after school program, so you don't have to worry about your kids getting in trouble. You have somebody that's actually watching over them, and then they're getting the extra stuff that they need because y'all make sure your homework is done.
Absolutely. And schools will refer us so that schools know and partner with us. The schools are referring them. They know that we will pick them up, bring them in, care for them. And the program, the one thing I will say is that we are not a program where parents come and drop off and then we pick them up and the parents pick them up an hour later. We are asking that you leave your kids there for 2 hours so that we can get the work
So
done.
It's not a babysitting service.
Absolutely.
It's not like, we're just going to pick them up. No, if they're coming, they have to stay at least these 2 hours so they can get the good stuff.
Right. Exactly.
The stuff that they need.
Yes. We have to be able to do what we need to do so they can see the growth.
You can't
and it's
be
for
an
the child.
when it's 2 hours because you got to go through the process to get to the learning part to help them. And I do understand.
And we feed them. So we bring them in, whether it's in the summer, we give them breakfast and lunch and 2 snacks. And in the after school program, we bring them in, we give them a snack. If they are hungry, we will arrange for something to be done relative to dinner.
Yes.
There's in our John Hopkins site that we are right next to the food pantry. And the United Way and Millicent Battle, who runs that program, has been absolutely wonderful with us and saying, big shouts out, because they've been really wonderful in that resource center of saying, you got kids that need stuff. Absolutely, we'll take them in to go shopping and get what they need.
And I
comment saying they love this program.
Yes, listen, I'm telling you, because especially like you say when they hungry, because sometimes you can't think straight until you eat.
That's exactly
If you ain't eating right, people wonder why people doing the crazy, because they diet, they imbalanced.
They hangry too. They hangry.
They ain't hungry, they hangry.
That's absolutely right. Children can't learn if they can't see. They can't learn if they are hungry and can't eat.
That's one of the elements that sometimes we take for granted.
Yes.
And we don't understand that I hate to say it, I don't like milk, but that milk and those cereal in the morning at school we used to eat, it helped us.
Yeah.
It to a certain extent, it helped us because now when we go to that first class, our stomachs ain't growling.
That's exactly right.
And so I think those are important pieces.
That's right. You have to give a child protein so that they can actually stop the hunger and focus to be able to learn.
Head's not hurting.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of stuff that go in. So we applaud y'all.
Thank you so much. And thank you for this. This has been wonderful.
Listen, y'all, we've been talking about this. Big shout out to Miss Jackson. Standing on business, always standing on business.
Absolutely. Sandra Jackson is amazing.
Listen, playing.
She was on me. Listen, when I say,
what you on the phone about?
First of all, she got my number, right?
She going through the changes.
She called my dad. She called my mama. She called my cousin.
at family function.
Listen,
she was.
She does not play.
Family functions. Hey.
That's why we call her our community liaison. She know everybody in the community.
And she did. She stood on
and
business
I like
for
that.
y'all.
You know what I mean?
And it was necessary. This show was. We definitely invite y'all back.
Thank you.
3 to 6 months.
Absolutely.
Come back. Give us a report.
We
Tell
will.
people, hey, after we came to the show, all these great things happened.
You know what I like about Cassandra is, like you say, she stand on business, regardless if you agree with her or not, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
She stand on business, and that's what I like about people, right?
Yes.
Is that when you make a decision, stand on business, be able to say why you do it and stand on it and don't waver.
That's exactly
right. Say it, mean it, believe it. Don't say it and then can't back it up and don't really mean it. I
love your accountability message. That's one that I preach over and over again. And we are accountable to these children.
We are.
And whatever you want, let me just see if it don't fit these kids.
Mm-hmm.
No, it don't fit my plan.
Yes.
But if it does fit these kids, I'm gonna find a way to get it done.
Look, see, look at that. Look at that. Look at God.
Absolutely. All the time.
Won't he do it? I mean, listen, this has been an awesome show. I don't think we have. I think we have an ex Kiana, but we're not even going to.
Yeah, we ain't got enough time. We ain't got enough time because we really need to talk about the next couple of events coming.
You're right,
up.
we do. So today.
Okay, go ahead.
Today at the Foundation
for Healthy St. Pete.
Yes. Right on 34th Street.
Mm-hmm.
We will be at there at 3. It starts at the doors open at 2:30. Events start at 3. It's a community engagement. Go ahead and register. I'll throw it up on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. You might see it on my page.
Y'all hitting all my top buttons today. You know I'm on the board of Community Foundation for Healthy St. Pete.
There you go.
That's my other baby.
So we'll be there at 3:00. It's from 3 to 6. After that, if you can't make the 3 to 6, St. Pete Distillery will also be hosting drinks, food for free. Just a conversation there, leading over there afterwards, just to continue the conversation. Wednesday, 6 to 8.
Yep, 6 to 8 at Enoch Davis Center. We're going to be talking about mental health in the community. Y'all come out, men and women. We're going to have mental health specialists.
We're really going to have a good conversation.
And we're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk about the things that don't often get talked about, and we're going to build, and hopefully we're going to get the community the help they need. But before then, this Saturday, Childs Park Neighborhood Association is doing a cleanup at 9 a.m. Saturday morning, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. We're going to be cleaning up the community, y'all. Mm-hmm. We're going to walk around with plastic bags, and we're going to pick up the trash. Yeah, not throw the trash down. We're going to pick it up. And if you want to help us and you can come volunteer at 9 a.m., we can help you get some volunteer hours. And then also, if you want to help us but can't make it at 9 a.m., just pick up some trash around where you at. Pick up some trash.
And send us the picture.
Don't throw no trash out the window. Pick the trash up.
I don't litter. I've never litter. Yeah, me either. I don't think you should.
I ain't gonna lie, hanging around with King Reno. Mm-hmm. Really took me out my litter bug stage. My boy will sit with trash for the longest to throw it away. The man will get out the car and pick up trash from somewhere where we like, what are you doing? Yeah, man. The garbage can right here.
I don't understand either.
He really internalized that for me. Big shout out King Reno. Y'all need some insurance. Get at Bruce Moore Jr. on Facebook.
Yes.
He's a real good king. Yeah. Call him, tell him the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club sent you.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, we're looking forward to this great weekend. If you're looking for something to do tonight, Urban Drinkery will definitely be open. Mm-hmm. Right? You will definitely be able to get great vibes over there. So, Urban Drinkery and all of 22nd on the Deuces.
Mm-hmm.
Jan, what's so funny?
Yes, listen, if y'all want some coffee that gets you lit like Kiana was this morning, listen, Urban Drinkery. Pull up on Urban Drinkery. Tell Sandra that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club sent you because we drinking his coffee. And
when you do it, she's going to give you an extra razzle dazzle of an extra smile. Just tell her that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club sent you over there. Right? Anything else, Mr. Edmund?
I think that's it. We got we got a lot of work in front of us. Like Brother John always says, there's more that needs to be done, that needs to be said. And I want to say thank you to Brother John, the council members, the entire St. Pete City Council, even the mayor, administration. This was a hard-fought battle. And just like true sportsmen, we got to shake hands at the end of it. You know what I mean? And we're going to move on. And we're going to keep doing the work for the community. Even if we disagree, it is what it is. And that's just how it goes. And it was our job to stand in the paint and stand on business at that time.
Right.
And we had to be the opposition to something we felt wasn't right. That's just how this goes. And we definitely don't mean no disrespect. We definitely don't mean no dishonor to none of y'all, but we do definitely mean what we said. We ain't taking it back either.
No, I'm not taking it back.
We're not taking it back.
And let me tell you what. Never mind.
No, but for a hard fought battle.
It was
big shout out to the Rays. The Rays set it out for 17 years, 20, 30 years to get the deal that they've been looking for.
Hard. This was a long
game.
Stay
down until you come up. That's what we say.
And I'm going to show you. Listen. Look at the playbook.
Listen, stay down until you come up.
Look at the playbook. They gave this deal to 3 other people here in St. Pete. 3 other mayors.
Nobody wanted it.
Right? Nobody wanted it. They tried to give it to Tampa. They didn't want it. They said to the right person could see their vision. Right? And so this is the testimony.
That's what
right. I'm telling you, when you're looking at a vision, everybody may not see it the way you do it. Yeah. So don't ever fall for something that you don't believe in. That's really what, this is what I took from it, is that it took them 17 years, but they eventually got what they wanted. It's not about who gets there the quickest. It's about when you get there. It's about getting there, and all you could do is look at it. You don't got to change the playbook. Just look at the playbook, right? And then you run the same play. Don't think because somebody said no the first time doesn't mean it won't be a yes later on in the road. You just got to be persistent and consistent. Right? Yeah. And so again, this is a final thought. I'm nobody's enemy, so please don't take it like that. Again, I will say this because I know these sound bites are going to be going out. And they're going to be replaying them.
That's good, though. That's good.
And that's fine. But when you replay it, let them know we attack issues and not people.
Yes, we got
all the time. And I know that people think that when we're talking about it, they take it personal. We're human, so you should, and that's okay. But know that we're in a position that how we feel personally should not dictate how we do business when it comes to the community, and we have to put our emotions aside and still do good business, regardless if you do
That's
not.
That's a woman on fire right there. That's a woman on fire.
How I disagreed with you yesterday does not mean we can't agree tomorrow,
yes.
Right? And just because I disagreed with you does not mean I'm not going to support you when you have something good. But believe me, I'm gonna call you out if it's bad, and I'm gonna praise you when it's good. So take it all. Don't just take one part of it. Take it all. Right? So I'm going to say, be the change you want to be or see. Write down those 5 things at the end of the day that make you feel good, that made you smile, giggle, made you get some really good thoughts. A lot of times we harp on all the negative stuff that happened and we let it dictate our day. We're no longer allowing the negativity to lead our lives. It's the positivity that we want to lead into.
Right.
And what I will say, even with the Rays Hines deal, what we take positive is that we stood up and the community, regardless, both had something to say. And we're still here to fight another day.
Okay,
right?
Let's do it.
So this has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I am Kiana.
I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
And I believe Sister Hughes will be on.
Yes, lose your shoes and shout all around the house.
If she's not, it'll be Super Dave.
Well, y'all stick this community radio, 99 Gems Care Festival Radio. We here for you, so stick with us.
Yes, and if you like what you hear, you can always support this station as well, right? So yeah, we are out. See y'all Monday.